Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've got to keep checking because I did another page in the album and when I come to see the video it was like 1 second and I don't know what it is. It's either knocking itself off, but I'm not doing the album in right this minute. We're going to be doing some homemade DSP. We're going to have the dot technique and we're going to have the drop, because you've seen me add dots to my cards before. I've seen quite a few being published now on card groups and the internet where I have always coloured around my images and always used dots, but I've never used the two together, so I'm going to do that today, plus make my own DSP. And you should be able to get 4 cards out of 1 sheet of Whisper White and 1 sheet of cardstock. So I'm using Blackberry Bliss. I'll show you these ones first. I'm only doing 1 as a card. The rest I'm going to leave as card toppers, because that way then if and when I choose to use them I can just pop them on side a card. So this is my card that I'm going to show you now. It can go this way, it can go this way. I mean, I think it looks nice that way. These were from a different card that I did a couple of weeks back, so I will be doing this extra tonight as well, so I'm going to be using some extra Whisper White. But you get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 from 1 sheet, and I already stamped that and then decided to colour and then realised I wasn't on the card, so I turned that one into my beautiful card. Isn't that gorgeous? With all the dots and everything going round. Make your own DSP. I've got 3 spares and I might do a competition at the end, so only for the UK I'm afraid. I'll select 1, 2 and I'll select 3 random people and I'll send you a card. I may even select, yeah, well we'll wait till the end and see what happens and then I'll let you know. So this is my card base. This is just 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored and folded at 4 1/8. This is my layering card, which is so simple. Literally going to cut this down to 5 5/8, both pieces. No point saving that little strip. And then these both then are going to be cut at 3 7/8. And therefore my card topper. I haven't used Blackberry Bliss for a long time, so perfect. And I'll have 3 cards topper spare. But first of all, I'm going to set that to one side. Here's my Whisper White. Love it. I've got my ink pads, which I'm using a bit of Granny Apple Green, a bit of Blackberry Bliss and Grey Granite. I've mounted all my stamps. Perfect. So we'll get on with designing, and I've decided to use the bird and the flower this time instead of the butterfly and the flower. So I'm going to use the grey first and use this beautiful medallion. Get my cleaning cloth at the ready. I've got my pens available and I'm just going to stamp away. I mean, you don't have to pick these colours, you can do anything you want. So I'm just going to turn my paper over because I've already stamped on that side and it's gone through the paper. Because I'm going to be stamping off. Love it. I'm not going to do I'm going to keep everything the same colour. It looks so pretty. Oh. Make sure I get it all. Should have a bigger block really. A little bit extra than what was on the other card. But don't we all just like making our own a little bit of designer series paper? I know I do. And I know a lot of you girls do too. How pretty is this stamp? So one more of them, just there. Beautiful. Oh, I might do a little tippy tap there. And a little tippy tap there. Perfect. So that's my grey granite done. I'll put those away as I go along. I'm going to use a little bit of crumb cake, I think, as well. And this time, oops, sorry. And this time, I've got that beautiful little shape there as well. So let's see what it's like. And then pale and paler. Oh, there we go. We're going to have 3 different strengths on here. So 1, cute, cute, that's enough for that one. Don't overdo it. In fact, I don't think I'll bother with the granny apple, the granny apple green, because I'm going to keep it quite neutral and only work with the 3 colours, because I'm only going to be using the light and dark of the, I forgot what it is. You know what I mean. I don't know why I've got the ink pad out. Yes, I do. So I'm going to have the word instead of this one. These cards said hope, and these ones are going to say love. And I'm just going to dot them everywhere. Different shapes, different ways. So when it comes out on your paper, you know, some coming on the end. Just evenly space things. That's going to have to be bleached. Oof. Blackberry lace. And I'm going to come in there with the black Memento ink. When I do the colouring section, I will zoom in. Oh, gorgeous. I don't want to go through the words. How adorable is that? That's why I'm not doing 4 whole cards, but it will make 4 beautiful cards, if you know what I mean. Stunning. Beautiful. I think that should do. I don't want to go making too much. Oh, I've forgotten the flower as well, haven't I? And I need some extra DSP. Let's get another piece out. So I'll keep the black out. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stamp the flower on there like I did the other one. I'm going to stamp it on here. And I'm going to grab the leaves as well, I think. I'll need a bigger one than that, so I'll have to pick the bird away as well. I can put my leaves on there now. Oops, a daisy. and I can fussy cut that out by hand as well once we've coloured that in. Ooh, covered in ink. I think that's all I'm going to ink up now. Now I'm going to zoom in so you can see me and what I'm going to be doing. So, and you will need the green, and I think I'll have Old Olive. So let's firstly zoom in so you can see what I'm up to. So light first. Oh, it's Mossy Meadow. Oh well, light Mossy Meadow it is. I love this stamp set, A Touch of Ink. Mr. Boy's put up a TikTok, well, he started going on TikTok in the night when he can't sleep. And there's a young gentleman on there, he's only 30, 35, something like that, with cerebral palsy, which she, oh look at the state of that nib, which makes his mobility a bit on the dodgy side, bless him. And he's getting called all sorts of names off internet trolls, and listening to him, he's such an inspiration, and he just never lets the bullies get to him. It must get to him, you know. Nobody likes being called names, I don't suppose, but his positivity on life is just breathtaking. And Mr. Boyce put his GoFundMe page up because he's after getting himself he's just done a sports major for disabled people, and he's after a wheelchair. It's going to cost him £8,000. I mean, he lives independently. Oh, it's just an inspirational young gentleman. I've donated, me and Mr. Boyce have donated today. I've left it on one of the announcements in group. If you're looking for the sketch, just press the 2 announcements where it says 2 announcements, and both will pop up, so you won't lose the card. So I'm going to keep that announcement up until this young gentleman gets to his goal. I've left him fantastic comments as well. I just think what an inspiration to have that beautiful positive outlook on life, even at the hands of trolls, and he's still letting his positivity lift his spirits. Wonderful, I think. Look at me, I'm a mucky pop. Now for the dark. And I think if everybody, well, if people stop bullying people online for one, that would be a godsend. But if everyone had the same outlook on life as this young man, the world would be a better place. I don't know why people think they've got to bully someone. They've probably been bullied themselves. That's what I always say. Because I remember in school I was bullied big time, and then became the bully, and then I realised I was just hurting the people that I didn't even want to hurt. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I did not want to hurt anybody, and then instantly stopped. So there's my flowers that I'm going to cut out later. And now for the beautiful bird. Oh, I'm thinking now, should I get a neutral colour, but to give the bird those beautiful glows? I'm thinking a nice blue. So let's go for Seaside Spray. Is it Seaside Spray? Yes. Oh, I love this. And then we'll do the colouring on the outside. I'm a mucky devil. Oh. So let's see. get this beautiful bird. I'm gonna do, oh, these pens, mind. Looks like I'll be here for a while. So what I might do is just one section, show you, and then cute, that birdie. Right, I'm thinking it might be a little bit too dark actually, the Blackberry Bliss, because look, that against that. Oh, mind you, I don't know. You never know until you try. So I'm going to do the light, and only around the black objects I'm going to take my pen and just doing a thin line at first. And draw around this beautiful bird. I mean, how many times have you seen me do this before now? You know, if I didn't want to fill out the whole background, I'm just going around the objects. And then I think I'm going to just go a slightly bit wider. I mean, you could just do it on one section of each piece of the card. That way it's an accent colour, and leave the rest plain. Entirely up to yourselves. Just be creative. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you'd all make a, right, now dots. In fact, no, okay, you're doing it wrong. Oh, use the large one first and just create a row of dots. Just going around the outside. There's Mr. Boyce, my coffee and my tablet. Oh, you're a star, Mr. Boyce. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Love you too. Ugh, you know, they taste horrible, them tablets. Right, now you're going to go back to the small one in the pale colour and do some little mini dots around them. You can go in between the lines or in between your other dots. See that? Maybe I should have started in the corner. And now there's no point me dotting on there because you're not going to see it. So I'm going to take the darker colour and I'm going to dot the paler. And then I'm going to take and do some slightly darker dots around this birdie. Just check in there. You can take time and make it look a bit more beautiful if you want. Now I can't see that bird very much, so I'm going to fill her in with just the dark colour, too pale. I'm just going to keep going over until I've got as dark as I want. Check my battery. Oh, down to the last bar. But isn't that cute? It might not look it now, but on paper, I'm going to end up slicing right through that. I'm going to do one more over here and take my time a little bit, so nib's not the best. Keep going back over until you darken her. Beautiful. You see that? Beautiful. You want to still see the pattern of the medallion through the bird. Right, now let's go again. And I'm going to do it slightly thinner this time. I'm going to create a few more extra dots, layers, rather than, yeah, it's the pale. Like a radiant glow around the outside. So large dots, you can be as careful, as willy-nilly as you like. Then the smaller dots. I mean, there's nothing nice. It's more unique as well. Nobody else has got the same paper you've got. Because I guarantee you won't be able to replicate this even. You can do it near as damn, but I don't think you'd ever get it bang on exactly the same. Beautiful. Now for our dark pen, small dots, just around the image on the outside, just so it stands out. And then I'm just going to go around the outside one more time with the darker dots. Give it like a halo. beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So let's just zoom out a touch. It might not let me because, oh, there we go. So now I'm gonna cut the card up the way I cut my other piece up. So I've got to make this a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do this at 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So that's the piece I'm going to use. Oh, I forgot to add some dots, didn't I, manually? So I'm going to add those. So this is going to go ready for another card. And you can save these bits, carry on colouring and put them on the inside of your card. And then I will finish these off later. And I think I'll cut this way because that way I get to see those whole birds in there. Because you don't want to sit here and watch me dot round all these beautiful birds, and probably you would, but I'm not gonna. So now I'm gonna place this one, get my glue. You could add dimensionals at this stage and some ribbon. I'm just gonna get that and glue these down. Give me a nice little border all the way around. That's gorgeous. You could have this way. You could have it that way. I think I'm going to have it that way again. Put it on a slight angle if you want, just to offset it. I think I'm going to do that actually. That's quite cute. Name on it in glue. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind help this young man out, that'd be amazing. So let's glue these down onto the counterparts, because I can always finish off colouring them even while they're on the cardstock. Beautiful bird there to go around. You could even leave them plain, just have that dash of colour like I'm saying on one. This seems really long, doesn't it? It is. Have I done something wrong? Yeah, I cut it in half. I didn't cut. Right, I'm going to have to... I'll cut that one down, so I'm not leaving it. I'm going to pop a pen in between so I can cut it down. So I only cut that in half, didn't I? So let's cut this at 5 3/8. What's Gaynor like? She's a silly sausage. I mean, when we do swaps for on stage, when we used to go, most of the ladies would just do a card front. So there's our 3 card fronts. This one needs a trim. Whoa! I should be able to. Oh, I'll do that one later. I'll put a new back on it, but that's the card we're going to be using. They're my leftover bits. Like I say, keep those and attach them on the inside of your card. Perfect. Now I'm going to grab my beautiful flower and leaf, and I can see there I've got a boo-boo. Which won't be there anymore. So my thumb always gets in the way. Perfect. Let me me just snip that apart. I can get to it better then. That's it. What it is, I stick it out instead of holding it in. Perfect. Love it. Give it a go down the sides. Give it a little nick through. It's lovely to see the lovely cinders back in action. Put that back in the drawer. For other cards. Yeah, I miss her. I was terribly worried about her. I have yet to leave her a message. I will do, but we've been so busy sorting. Mr. Boyce is helping his father decorate, keeping his mind occupied. My jumper's pulling down my back. There we go. Nick off that end. Grab those, pop them in the bin. Perfect. I'm going to grab back. Just going to nick down in there. Remove that little section. Grab my glue. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue there, so when I wrap my flower it's got something underneath to catch it. Perfect. And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals, which I'll keep that together as well. That should do it. I've got a little one. Oh, that's taking the cap off. Peel back with the backings. Because I've got that beautiful, I'm going to add that gorgeous flower just there. Grab myself some dimensionals. And shall we give this eye one? Or does that look too big? Yeah. I'm going to pop one there. I'm going to have two on the flower in the centre there. And I'm going to have one in there. And then another one, two there. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just thinking now, because I've got these little dots out, should I? Yeah, I think I will. I'll get the old olive when I can reach it. And I'll just add a few little dots. To some of these empty spaces. That's it. That is perfection. I'm going to keep that out because I'm going to do it on all of these as well. So there it is, your own DSP, your own fussy cutting. You're doing the blurry outlining the your image, and also doing the top dot technique as well, plus adding a few extra scattered. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. I love it. And like I say, once I've coloured this strip, I can attach that on the inside of my card. Let's do that quickly, just while you're here, and while my battery's still running. Oh, it's got a cross through it, so I'm going to have to be quick because it's going to go any minute. Perfect. So if it goes off, I'll still speak to you up top. And then you'll have to come back on the next video and see how far we get on the next one. Love it, absolutely gorgeous. Get my glue out. Again, I'm gonna add the top half. Don't need to come all the way down. I'm just gonna add that on the inside. And then I'm gonna remove that from the back. So there we have it. There is one of 4 absolutely stunning cards that you can do with your own one sheet wonder and 2 different types of techniques, outlining and dotting. So there's that one, and this is the one I made earlier with the butterfly. I hope you like them. I would really love a thumbs up and a share. And like I said, I'm going to randomly pick 3 people. I will do the same on this one and add another flower, and I will send them out to 3 lucky viewers. If you leave me a nice comment, a thumbs up and a share, that would be fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's video. Come back soon. See you again. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Love you guys.